Yeah, it's happening a lot here. For example, where we are now, Gothenburg Film Studios is a huge thing actually for the whole situation in film production.
I think the idea is to try to bring to people who are used to watching films a little bit of an appreciation of filmmaking. And so it's interesting, I think, to try and combine both professional workshops and also something like the open set, which I think is a cool concept of, you know, having people say, okay, come to the film set, see what it's like. You know?
The open set. Well, this is like I have one script and 4 directors, and we are 2 among those 4. Doesn't make sense, but we always talked about that. What would it look like if the same directors made the same script?
It's quite different because it's like half a recording day instead of a whole day, so you have to do a whole film in half a day.
It's a very nice way to work. You got 4.5 hours and you interpret a script that is usually very open.
It's a great exercise to have the same script for 3 or 4 different directors.
Basically, an opportunity to shoot a small short film, in this case written by a very famous Swedish writer.
I thought that the script was very open for interpretation.
Right.
And we had total artistic freedom. I like that.
And we're really looking forward to see what the other directors have done with the script.
It was a strange experience actually to have, you know, people watching you. But I was actually amazed how fairly easy it was to sort of ignore that fact.
Because when you work, you're always in like your own bubble, so you don't see the things around.
Actually, I think it was more easy here because when you're out on the streets filming or anything, you always have people come up to you and say, "Oh, what are you doing?" It's like, "Hey, well, we are making a film," and here, people was very civilized.
The whole thing was so quiet. And I think it helped a lot that we had our first AD and then you had another guy who was telling what they were doing and stuff, so it felt separate. But also because you're showing something to an audience after all. It wasn't just about us making a film, it was screening something. So for the preparation you always thought like they had to see. So you think more about what you do in a way.
The concept is great. I mean, it is. I mean, it's good for people to come in and see how it works and to make a scene.
And the way this has been set up, I think it's pretty amazing, and I'm talking to Mike of bringing this idea to Amsterdam.
The basis of the festival is a really good basis, and I think it's interesting to combine professionals and the public.
Yeah, I think it's a very good idea to have workshops and at the same time as exhibitions and so on and demonstrations. I think it's a very good combination.
What I retain from this workshop is some very practical ways of shooting. I feel like I can now, tomorrow, go and shoot something in 3D, and that's bloody amazing.
You have to think differently than shooting 2D. There are loads of issues and details that aren't taken care of when you shoot 2D. So there is actually another dimension to think about.
Obviously, you know, there's a lot of places to compete with, but it's a wonderful town, and I think what you've really shown here is that you know you also have the facilities and the crew.
And absolutely, it was worth 4 days. And in fact, I kind of this is the last day, and I'm almost feeling it's too bad, you know, that we don't have a few more days.
If you set your mind to something, and a lot of people like that you have in your surroundings. I mean, what's happening here right now in Gothenburg with the studios and you know, Grip being together with lighting and special effects and audio and post-production, it's very special. I think it's a lot of other countries can learn from this.